Hello, 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 get dollar bills. You know how to hit y'all with the bubbles. No mo with that one. Hope your mind didn't go to a dirty place. Anyways, not like you were thinking that anyways. Let me see. No mo. Okay. My microphone works. Welcome to the Note to Self podcast episode. I don't know. This is day 26 and day 27 of being 28 years old. This your girl Zayna Bunny, your favorite rabbit. And, well, I don't know, you guys. Like, I missed yesterday, which I feel like shit about, because I was fucked up, I ain't gonna lie. And, I was hungover this morning, so let's see, should we start with this morning or yesterday? So, I guess we'll start with this morning, because it's more recent. So, I'm exhausted as hell. Like, I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I'm just so tired. Like, the whole getting back to work thing, like, I feel good about it, but at the same time, it's like maybe my body needs to get acclimated to being up and about all the time. But, like, I just don't even have time. I just don't have time. I don't know. Like, it's just weird. And it's like, I want a day in the work week that I don't have to work, because there's so many things that like I said, why I like Mondays is because, like, shit just gets back to business. Shit is back to being regular. And, like, honestly, business is business basically. So what I'm supposed to do on the weekend? Like, I have real life problems that can only be solved during the week. So what I'm supposed to do if it's the weekend? Like, I needed to get, well, and I guess this would be a mixture of day 26, day 27. Hold on. But, like, hold on, check my comments. Nothing yet. But let me see. So I did post on my community post. There was a bee in my car on top of my ketchup, because I had just got McDonald's, because I was hungover, and I couldn't do it. Like, you ever just be fucked up, and like, you just hung over and you need to eat something heavy and greasy. So the greasiest thing, the most calorie dense thing I could find, besides the pancake platter at McDonald's, was like the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. So I got that, the meal, and I got hash browns. I have to add ketchup. I'd be asking for the ketchup too, y'all. Like, sometimes they don't put ketchup in your bag, and it's just like, how do you eat something with potatoes without ketchup? So I asked for that. I was like, keep the change. I shouldn't have said that, because that was almost $1. I mean, it is what it is. And what else? So I'm eating my McGriddle, my hash brown, and I'm halfway through my McGriddle. I ate the hash brown first, and I look down in my passenger side, and I see a bee, and I'm just like, in the corner of my eye, and I'm just like, there's no way. Because first of all, Drunk and I were talking about he saw a bee and it wasn't moving or anything, right? And I'm just like, maybe it's a sign of something. But I don't know. Remember that whole craze where they were just like, what happened to the bees and save the bees? Like, is something happening to the bees? I don't know. Maybe like a bee flew into my car and, like, it got hit by a car, and then it just, segued into my car somehow. I don't know. But where the fuck did that bee come from? And then it's like, was it already in the bag? Which I doubt. Like, who the hell packs a bee in a brown paper bag? And then, like, I just don't get it. Like, so what's up with the bees? That's my first thought. And what is the meaning behind the bee? So when I figure out what that message means, maybe that means I'm busy. I don't know. I told Drunk the same thing. When I think about bees, I think about being busy. So that's that on that. Yeah, I don't know where that bee came from. Like I just saw something like yellow and black, and it was furry, and I was just like, what the hell? And I'm like, this can't be a bee. It was still alive though, but it was just not moving. Like I think it was stunned or something, but it was alive. So I tried to pick it up with the ketchup packet. Like I slid it onto the ketchup packet and I put it onto the ground. I didn't want to. Like I really just wanted to like toss that bitch out. And I was just like, watch me touch this bee and this bee sting me. And I never got stung by a bee before. I never got stung by a wasp before, thank God. But I did hear if you do get bit by something like that, you could put like the tobacco from a cigarette on it and it's supposed to make it not hurt or like take the sting away. I don't know. That's what I always seen. That or I think if you have a mosquito bite, you can put out like rubbing alcohol on there. But as far as bees, like that's all I heard. Just put tobacco on it. So hopefully I never have to witness that. Um, but yeah, save the bees. Shout out to the bees. All right. So what else? I'm kind of happy this month is wrapping up. It's been a long month, but this year is going by so fast. So that happened this morning, and then I'm trying to figure out, like I said, how to schedule my time. Cause all of a sudden, shit just started happening. Like I don't know, like it just felt like I kept on getting calls, kept on getting calls out of nowhere, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like no one really be talking to me anyway. Now all of a sudden, my phone want to blow the fuck up. I just couldn't do it. And then as much as I like being social and all that, like I just need to be alone. I need to decompress. So in class today, I was like, I had to read out loud. I don't want to say too much about work, training, whatever the fuck. So in class, I'm just like, I'm hungover, my bad, and everyone's just like laughing, and I mean it was funny, but I didn't say it to be funny. And then like my classmate was like, well, don't ever let somebody tell you you're not funny. And I was listening to a tarot card, not tarot card, but like a card reading yesterday by Stargirl the Practical Witch, and she goes by Anita Serene, I think now. So look up Stargirl. That's the best way if you can't spell Anita. Um, her videos are like really accurate. So like she had a 3 card spread, and I picked like this mushroom, and the mushroom group basically was saying you're paranoid about your health, go get checked out so you don't have to be worried about it anymore. Which is crazy because like I'm always thinking like there's something wrong with me, and I finally have health insurance, so it's just like, okay, get it the fuck checked out so you can stop worrying about it, move on. um and then also another thing that was said, this is for the July reading, July 2023 reading, and one was like something about you have a gift of storytelling, something about your voice, using your voice for something, uh telling jokes, whatever the hell. And I was just like, wow, like I don't know. Like sometimes like some of these card readings, like I had to unsubscribe to a lot of tarot card people because it's just like I mean, well, it'd be accurate, but it's just like sometimes it's just like it's just too much. It's just too much. Like, and you can tell it's kind of a money grab too. So I'm just like, I'm tired of this shit. And then when I was reading the tarot, I was just like, there's too much energy like I'm getting from people. Like all that shit is draining. So I don't know. Kudos to the people who can keep up and do shit like that. But I don't know. I still haven't touched my tarot cards since that flea scare. Like I think that shit was the plague or something. I don't know. That whole time was just weird. Like, and the only outside cat that stuck around is Simon because he lives next door. I'm pretty sure Simon is the neighbor's cat, or like I don't know. He might be the neighbor's cat. I've never seen him go in the house though. He just lays on the porch, and then he comes over to me for food, and I bought him some cheap cat food. I can't wait to give him and another can when I see him again. And Princess, I think that's his daughter. Oh, and Simon has a son. Um, if Princess is not his daughter, that's definitely his wife, I think. I don't know. But Simon has a son that looks just like him. He's more skinny. You can tell he's a younger cat. And sometimes I get them mixed up. But Simon, he has way more testosterone. His head is huge and he has giant balls. That's Simon. He's a cutie. Anyway, so shout out to the Simon family. Simon's definitely the king of the block though. Like he'll fuck some other cats up now for his territory, which is interesting. So what else happened? Yeah, I'm kind of upset I didn't do my video yesterday. I really meant to do it, but I passed the fuck out. Like I couldn't even find my little microphone. It was like behind the bed. I was fucked up. Like all I remember is eating pork and beans. And I was just like, this is too many beans, man. Next thing I know, I'm sleeping through my alarms and he's calling me. He already walked to work. He was just like, girl, you need to wake up. And I thought that was love there. Like, I think my love language is like showing instead of saying like, oh, I love you and this and I say this, I say this, I say this. I like do. So my phone was on vibrate. He took it off vibrate. If that shit did not go off of vibrate, then I wouldn't have heard him calling me to wake up and go to work. I probably wouldn't have heard my clock alarms. I would have been in big trouble at work. Like, thank God. So thank you, Bean. Alright, let's see what else. Oh, there's people in here. Hi, everybody. Hi, dead weight. Hi, drunk. Every time I see the bubbles, I get depressed. Why? Did I already miss how was work part? I mean, I was just doing like classroom stuff today. Like I'm doing classroom stuff all week, but as far as work, I don't know. I'm just tired, man. I'm just real tired. Like I wanted to just go to bed before I got on here. And I don't know. I was just like, I can't let this pile up because then I'm gonna have to do like day 26, day 27, day 28. I'm not doing all that shit. I might as well just do it. So here I am. And like, what else? What else is going on? What else happened yesterday? Oh, yeah, the title, Catfish Scammers. So I've been watching Kit Boga videos, which is just like this guy who scams scammers. So it would be like international scammers. I don't really see any Nigerian niggas on there, but usually it's just like guys from India. Like they do like the gift card scams. And they all work in like a call center. And then it's just like they're scamming old people, okay? Like they'll be the people who call and they're like, "We're Comcast. Oh, we're your internet company. We're your car's extended warranty." All that shit is a fucking scam. And there's like 100 of these niggas in one fucking office. And then they're just taking people's money. They make thousands of dollars a day. Like in a year, they probably make like shit millions of dollars, and you know how that translates in like foreign currency. And then they're just like, go to the store and buy gift cards and shit like that. And it's like, I don't know, it's funny the way he scams the scammers, but at the same time it just pisses me off because now we segue into like, he usually cosplays as an old lady and they still scam the old lady, so it pisses me off. And then I'm watching Catfish scammers. Yeah, Catfish niggas, like this is a whole rip off of Catfish because I guess Catfish stopped and everybody's like, okay, let's catch some catfishes. And like there'll be like old ladies sending thousands of dollars, their life savings, because they just don't want to be alone. Old people, like men, women, all of them, they're sending their whole life savings. And it's just like, it's crazy how family doesn't step in. And when family does step in, then they like cut them off and they're just like, oh, you don't understand, or this is real and all that shit. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me and I feel so bad. And like I just love seeing like scammers getting paid, like people, getting payback for being scammed. But I think everything is a fucking scam these days. I don't know. I was looking on grandpa's phone, and like he had so many messages like from Comcast, Xfinity. They was talking about, we could lower your phone bill. No, we could lower your internet bill. Give us a call or some shit, right? And at first I thought about it. Like I put it on my to-do list. I was just like, maybe we can lower this bill because no one's really watching the cable, and the bill's like $400 fucking dollars. So I thought about calling, but then after that, like the next day, it would be the same fucking message, but a different location. And then the next day, same shit. And I'm just like, how the fuck, how are you all gonna lower, like, shouldn't y'all be in one headquarter? That's what I was thinking. Like, so I'm not calling these niggas. That's what I thought. So that's that on that. Like, shit, I don't even call people back. I don't call numbers I don't even fucking know. And if I see a number I don't know, I try to Google it. And especially if nobody leaves me a fucking message, I'm definitely not gonna call you back. But what pissed me off, like, I don't know, grandpa's credit card people have been calling, right? But I already told the bank, like, y'all, like, okay, he's dead, whatever. And they're just like, okay, well, you don't have to pay this balance. So I don't know why they didn't tell the credit card company nothing, but that shit ain't on me. Like, the fuck, that ain't on me, nigga. Shit. And then I get an alert, and they're talking about grandpa doesn't even have like a social security number anymore. And I never seen some shit like that. So my thing is just like, why the fuck they keep calling me 2 times a day, every day except for Sunday? And it's like I want to pick up so bad and just be like, I thought about getting fucked up, and then just answering the phone. I be thinking about that shit. Like sometimes I just want to get fucked up so I can have like social confrontation with people. And that's fucked up, but yeah, that's what's going on. So then like there's a letter I get from the credit card people, and these niggas talking about, oh, your monthly payment was like $400, but like, and the balance just keeps going up and up. Like the card is gonna fucking max the fuck out because the interest is so fucking high. And I'm just like, and I asked them before, is there anything we can do to lower the balance? Like, can y'all apply the little useless fucking points that y'all got and put it on there? Like, the points be transferring into dollars and shit. And it was like, what, $10? Like, what the fuck is $10 gonna do? And you got all these fucking points. But I know they was lying, though. But, I don't know. They should have just worked with me before. Now I'm not picking up the phone. I'm sorry. These niggas be talking about, like, every time you pick up the phone for these niggas, they be like, oh, anything you say will be used to collect the debt. Bitch, that's a threat. To me, that's a threat. The fuck you mean you gonna hold everything against me to collect a debt? First of all, collect a debt. That sound like some threatening words to me. That's some dog the bounty hunter shit, man. Nah, I'm not gonna talk on the phone then. And if you recording, I'm recording. Believe that. I be saying that shit too. Like, I am recording this, and then when you say shit like that, niggas be switching the fuck up. So always record. And then shout out to the scammers. Like, I'm still pissed off about last year with that whole fucking situation. If you were here last year watching, like with that crazy bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna call you a crazy bitch, bitch. I know you sit on your phone fucking scrolling through people's fucking business instead of going to work, bitch. That bitch and my uncle. Fuck both of y'all niggas. All these niggas is scammers, especially in these small towns. I'm not gonna go in. Damn, that truck loud. I'm not gonna go in, but it's just like these small town scammers, like they really be working together. This shit is crazy. But the biggest one, I think, allegedly, is like when you go to get like a cancer screening or something like that, like an annual visit, and then they don't tell you have anything. They'll just be like, no, you're all right. Next thing you know, like when they see it progress, then they fucking be like, oh, well, I can't do anything about this, but it looks like we need to get this further checked out, and I'm gonna send you to a specialist, a part of this fucking office or whatever fuck, but it's in the next town over or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? That's fucked up. And I think that's what happened to my grandma. and some guy in the psych ward told me that shit too. He was just like, both of my parents went into a doctor's visit for like a colonoscopy or some shit. Same thing happened to my grandparents. Like, how the fuck are you not catching something that's like, how does something become stage 4 but you fucking screening for that shit? Like, out of nowhere something just becomes stage 4. Like, the fuck? And then my thing is like, I did a lost policy finder or whatever the fuck. Now, like, a lost policy finder is like, you just need someone's social security number, and then you look up like if there's any unclaimed life insurance or whatever the fuck. So I ran that shit for my grandma. 2 policies they already paid out to somebody, probably family members, whatever the fuck. And then there was one that wasn't claimed, and then it said like, will not pay out to the insured on time of death. And I'm just like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, does that mean that's term life? What does it mean? So I'm calling in, they talking about, oh no, it's just accidental death, like that's it. But my thing is like, if you know I don't have the policy, you know, like, how do I know you're not lying and you saying it's an accidental thing? That shit don't make no sense to me, that she wouldn't have any fucking life insurance, like, within the immediate family. You know, I just thought that was weird. There's more fishy shit there, but I'm gonna let that go. There's no point of being mad about shit like that. But I just wanted to see, I just wanted to see. But what else? So that happened. Yesterday happened. I've been eating too much fucking McDonald's. Time to check the comments. Okay, let's see. Damn, look at all this shit. Alright, let me read the comments. Did you hear about Cash App stealing people's money? If you made a purchase on Saturday, they doubled the price of the transaction. The fuck? I definitely got an Xfinity call yesterday, and we don't even got that in Missouri. Damn, there's no Xfinity in Missouri. Shout out to Sexy Red. Okay, Deadweight said that was happening to customers at my job. That's fucked up. They scam Americans because to them we're not even human, honestly. I think it's the money that they want so bad. Life's a scam. Damn. It sure is. When I'm drunk, nobody want to smoke. Oh, wait. When I'm drunk, nobody wants smoke. But when I'm sober, everybody an asshole. I know, right? They catch when the money right. Man, I know, right? Like, they do be catching shit. I'll be like, okay, now. But then it's just like, if you don't have any insurance, right? They're so quick to just be like, okay, this is a set price. We could do that for you. But that's it. That's it. You just get what you pay for. When you got insurance, especially if you got dental insurance, all of a sudden you got a cavity. All of a sudden you need a root canal. All of a sudden you got gum disease and they have to prescribe you a toothpaste that you think is going to fix your fucking enamel, and the next thing you know, you can't even eat a popsicle. What's with that? And my thing is like, they'll never give you anything that will really help you. Like, unless it's like antibiotics. Other than that, I don't think, and that shit has side effects. But why the hell would healthcare give you something to help you? Bitch, they're losing money. And then that just opens up the whole can of worms with the whole healthcare conspiracy that I have. Like, I think about like AIDS or something like that. Okay, like, where the fuck did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? So then now, like, it comes out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure they got the cure to AIDS, though. I think they got the cure to cancer, too. But, like, why would they cure it when you can make billions and trillions, like, trillions of fucking dollars? And it's just like, wow. I mean, like, it just seems like so planned to me. And then, like, the fact that it was targeting, like, people who would do, like, I guess, I mean, you know, homosexual acts. So maybe it was a target on that group of people. Just like the crack epidemic. They put the shit in the inner city because they think people in the inner cities is just, like, less than human. So, like, why not put crack in the community? These niggas will get addicted, and so and so. So it's same thing with AIDS or whatever. I'm pretty sure maybe AIDS was around like in the 60s or something, like the first. Yeah, AIDS was like coming out in the 60s or some shit. And then you think about it with the hippies and shit. Everybody was fucking in the 60s. Especially in the 70s. Like when you look at the 70s aesthetic, that shit is sexy as hell. Like people just fly. Like niggas had sideburns and shit. They had bell bottoms, tight ass pants. Bitches had mini skirts on and shit. People just fucking. Like I swear there was a whole summer called the Summer of Love. I think that was like 1969. I think it was 1969. And it's like, and it's funny because 69, but anyways, like why? You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden, you would catch something eventually, but like it's just so weird how shit just be coming out. I don't know, you guys. I think it's a fucking conspiracy. And it's like, I don't know if it's my pride or something, but even though I do have the health insurance now, it's like I don't even want to go in that bitch. And then when you do get health insurance, they make you pay out of pocket until you meet a deductible. And like that means like, okay, you got health insurance, bitch, but you're gonna pay about $10,000 before we start paying out a certain percentage or cover the whole thing. So what the fuck I got this shit for? Who the fuck going to the doctor that much that you rack up $10,000 fucking dollars or $5,000 fucking dollars? Why the fuck you thought I got health insurance for? If I could just have money just sitting there like that, I wouldn't get health insurance, nigga. I don't know, that's just something I'm thinking about. But like, yeah, I think all this shit is a scam. But I do feel bad for these damn catfish scammers. Well, people getting catfished out there. I feel real bad for you niggas. Like this one lady, like she thought she was meeting Chris Brown. Like she was just like, I'm in a relationship with Chris Brown. Bitch, and then like you go to a concert because you think that's really Chris Brown. And then like you texting and then like the scammer's texting you, but you watching this nigga dance on stage. How the fuck he did that? That wasn't your red flag. Like some people like look at red flags and then just like look over it because they have hope. Like I used to be like that, and sometimes I am like that. But like after last year with that weird bitch, and that's what I'm gonna call you, bitch. No, like I can't be scammed. Like I can't do it, especially when money coming out the pocket. Like no, I can't do it. I won't be able to do it. But that was one thing. And then let me check the comments and let's talk about more shit. Alright, let's see. Make money off it and it helps with population control and can use it for fear. Yeah, but I mean, the thing about it was like, okay, you put AIDS in the community that you don't, like you're targeting people. Like you put AIDS and crack in a community like let's say a gay black person. Like you give them like crack and AIDS, right? So you don't think white people or any other race go into the inner cities? Bitch, you in the city. Shit happen in the city. You think white people don't go in there? You think white people don't do drugs? That's my thing. So it's just like, what the fuck? And then as soon as, for example, with the fentanyl, whatever the fuck that shit is, like, oh my god, like now that people are dying from that shit, white people are dying from it. Now all of a sudden, now, there's a war on fucking drugs. There's a, oh, we'll help you. We have methadone clinics and shit. They had no fucking crack methadone clinic back then. They was just letting niggas just drop. And it's just like, I just roll my eyes when I see like certain drug addicts, because it's just like, bitch, now you know damn well. You ever just see some shit and you just like, you know damn well. That just remind me of today, since we talking about race and shit. So like, sometimes, like I told you, I fucking hate self-checkout sometimes, because like they be breathing down your neck and shit, like you stealing some shit. And like this bitch, she said hi to every fucking like everybody else, but then she's busy like leaning over me and looking and shit. And then like when we're done with our transaction, she's just like, y'all have a nice day now. Bitch, I ain't say shit. And then when we're leaving, Bean is like, you saw the way that bitch was looking at us? And I'm just like, bitch, they always looking at me, man. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sound conceited, but every time I'm not talking about looks. I'm just saying when I enter an establishment and when I'm leaving an establishment, like I have a receipt in my hand or I have the bag, I'm holding the bag up that I brought in, like my purse, holding that shit up and eyes linked so y'all niggas can't say I stole shit. I don't even put my hands in my pocket. And it's like if I don't have to really wear a hat, like I don't put my fucking hat on. I don't put no hoodie on when I walk in. I don't have time for that. Like, really? You're really not about to accuse me of stealing. And then I'm getting to the point where if you keep hovering over me and then you want to ask me for my fucking receipt, which is, I think, an amendment violation, actually. Like, isn't that like a unlawful search and seizure? Like, that shit that happens at Walmart and they're just standing at the door. I don't know if it's because it's private property they can do that, but, like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But, white people be finessing that fucking Walmart down here. Like, them niggas, they walk out with, like, 10 flat screen fucking TVs. And then they busy looking at Tyrone and them. Shit. I already said, like, you could hit the best lick like that. You just be like, okay, look, it's suspicious as fuck. And hire a bunch of white people to walk out the door with the expensive shit. They'll never check. But then they busy looking at you. So they're distracted. The fuck? I don't know. That shit. But I did think, like, if they ever asked me to look at my receipt or whatever, I would just be like, okay, well, you looked and I don't want this shit no more. Give my money back. Bitch, I'm at the point in my life where I would be a Karen. I would be a full blast Karen. And it's like, it's so funny, like how, like, I love watching Karen freak out videos. But, like, why are you trying to shame people for trying to, like, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them Karens be, like, doing too much. But why are you trying to, like, make it, like, a Karen thing if people don't think something is right? Like, why are these bitches the only bitches speaking up for something? So what we supposed to do, just accept shit? I don't know. Like, like, this is, like, everything I thought before is just going the opposite way. So I'm pro Karen, fuck it. Shit, it's a service. You a customer. You know what I'm saying? But those other Karens, fuck them. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Speak up. Like, it's a service. You paying for your service. You paying hard earned money. Get the fuck you pay for. So that's my thing. Especially like restaurant Karens. Like, I don't know, like one of my friends was just like, nah, he was a scammer. His birthday coming up. He was a fucking scammer. Like, he eat a couple chicken wings out the bag, and then he just be like, well, I didn't get my chicken wings, and then like he'll get like free food or some shit like that. Those people, I don't know. It's kind of fucked up. Rare, hello, legendary Rare. Dead weight. Like, if they let out the cure for AIDS, people wouldn't be worried about catching it. I mean, they have something called PrEP. So, like, you can do it. And, like, as long as you keep taking it, you won't catch AIDS. But, like, I mean, the side effects of it is, like, your liver is gonna go to shit. But then some people should take PrEP. Like, I mean, if your partner does have like a disease like that, of course you would take PrEP. But also if you work in the healthcare field, if you take PrEP and you accidentally get stuck with a needle, you know, you might be okay. You might make it out. But I don't know. Like, I just don't like how some of them are just like they said like black women get like AIDS and HIV more than I guess the other races. And I was reading that and I was just like, damn. So then they said you should probably take PrEP especially if you're black. And I'm like, damn. Like, I don't know, it didn't sit right with me. It makes sense, I guess, because a lot of niggas be on the down low, for real. And like, I don't know. Like, but still, though, it don't sit right with me. And then, like, I don't know. I just thought about Fleece Johnson, the booty warrior, for some reason. I don't know. But anybody could get AIDS. That shit is scary. And then people don't want. That's the thing is, like, people don't want to disclose what they have. Like, Drunk showed me a video on Twitter one day. And it was a girl saying, like, she had, like, she had herpes or something. And she was fucking this thing in the club and shit. And people had to expose her on Twitter for the guy to find out so he could get tested and stuff, and they shamed her. But I'm just like, that's just crazy. Like, how do you willingly just go out there and infect people? And my thing is, like, maybe they just feel like, oh, why does it have to be me? I'm not gonna be the only one that gets it. And that's usually the cases in, like, when I see, like, guys who purposely infect women with, like, diseases. um like, one time there was this case where this white guy, like, he was fucking all these black ladies, and he didn't disclose that he had, like, AIDS. And then all them ladies ended up catching HIV. And then, like, now they're making it so like, if you do infect people on purpose, or you just infect somebody and you just don't disclose your status, like, you don't go to jail or prison for it anymore. And I'm just like, why? You know? Like, that's, to me, I think that is like some kind of biological terrorism or some shit. Like, that's crazy. That's like somebody, if they had you know, the panorama, if you know what I mean, COVID. If you had that, and then you just walk through a store and you're coughing every fucking way. I'm sure there was people like that. Like, really? And that was my thing, like, when it was going on. Like, some people, like, they didn't follow no protocol. Like, I don't know, people think COVID wasn't real, whatever the hell. Some people thought that. A specific group thought that shit. So then they do that weird coughing thing. Like, they see you wearing a mask and then they start coughing in your direction. Or, like, at a certain point, like, you had to walk on one side of the aisle, and the other person will walk on the other side of the aisle. And, like, they will just keep walking like, they'll walk into you. And it's just like, bitch, like, we could never survive shit like this. I don't know. We made it because, you know, humans are resilient. But it's just like, some people just don't fucking follow the rules. Like, it's that simple. Sometimes I think, like, if we just followed the little protocol that they said in the beginning, like, you know, common sense, like, 6 feet apart, back the fuck up, move the fuck back, shout to Scarlett, you know, give people their fucking space. Like, who the fuck wants people on top of them like that? And then 2, wash your fucking hands. What's so hard about that? A lot of people don't wash their hands and they're touching shit. What else? That's all they want us to do. Shit, the only thing people didn't really like was wearing the mask. Now, this year is the first year I just stopped wearing my mask since the shit broke out. I was wearing it earlier this year, and then, you know, I just was just like, you know, I don't really feel like wearing the mask no more. Like, at this point, like, I got too much going on. You know, I hope I'm not a carrier or nothing like that. I don't want to infect nobody and shit, but, and I didn't get vaxxed. I didn't do it. And I'm still here, thank God, and I hope to still be here, but it's like, I think the one thing I didn't like, though, was, like, when they were pushing the vaccines. Like, I was just like, nah. Because ain't you supposed to do years and years and years of research and trial and error before you fucking do some shit like that? Before you release something like that? And then what? 3 months later, they just drop this shit? Like, yo, we have a vaccine. Like, so did you make this shit up just so you could drop a vaccine real quick? That's what I'm thinking. Like, what is the truth? Because that's something like, okay, like, I don't know. It's a red flag to me. I don't believe it. I just don't. Like, but then again, like, Candace Owens, she got, like, a little, side podcast. Like, she has a regular show. And then she has one that's, like, she talks about, like, big pharma and shit like that. And She was talking about a lot of eye-opening shit. It's called A Shot in the Dark. And what I found out was, like, they actually sell, like, foreskins. I ain't sick, y'all. My throat just dry. But they sell baby foreskins. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? And then they cut to this clip of, like, Steve Harvey had this lady on the show. And, like, she's, like, giving, like, him some lotion, right? So they're over here putting this lotion on their hands. And then, like, at the end, the lady adds, this is made out of foreskin. And Steve Harvey is just like, are you serious? Like, you really just made me put, like, product on that has, like, people's privates. Like, it was funny the way he said it, but think about it. Like, just think about that shit. Like, I thought circumcision or whatever the hell is, like, you know, for cleanliness. That's all I thought it was. But I guess, like, I don't know. Like, I guess they found, like, a financial benefit to that. So it's just like if you're a guy right now and you're circumcised, like, your foreskin is probably in a lotion bottle in a landfill somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I need some glasses. Did you message me, legendary? Let me see. You see me talking. But what was really nostalgic today is one of my classmates had a New York accent. And I was just like, damn, do we really sound like that? Did I subscribe to your YouTube channel? Yeah. I'm subscribed. That's how I saw your video when you folded that paper. The hell's going on? Oh, a sticker. Now you got me all distracted. That's a cute sticker. Okay. I can't even think right now. But I don't even think I have an accent though. I don't even know what sticker this is. Got some weird ass stickers on fucking PlayStation. Anyways, what the fuck am I talking about now? But yeah, I don't think I have an accent. But it was just so weird hearing like a New York accent. And I was just like, wow. And I got nostalgic yesterday and I was just like, I need to go back home. And oh yeah, and another thing I was watching was My Darling Vivian. It was about Johnny Cash's first wife, and allegedly she was like black, but she's Italian. But you know what they say about Italians. But, you know, I'm not going to piss off any Italians. Dead weight. But, I mean, they say y'all's niggas. That's what I heard. They say Irish people niggas too, but Italians, yeah, I think Italians are part black, I think. Like, you near the Mediterranean, like, you literally across, like, what, like, from Africa? Like, there's no way niggas ain't crossed that shit, you know? So, anyways, they thought she was black, like, this is 1950 something. So, they would, like, cancel Johnny Cash's shows. It would be like, Johnny Cash has a negress wife. Because, like, they took a picture and, like, I guess she looked real dark in it or something. But she has, like, the Little Mermaid far apart eyes. Like, that's a Negro feature, I think. Like, you know what I'm talking about? How Holly Bailey looks. I think it's her name, Holly Bailey. From Chloe X Holly, whatever the fuck. Like, her eyes have that spacing. And then her nose looks like she looks black to me. Shit, like, I'm having a Roseanne moment. You remember they tried to cancel Roseanne? And she was just like, shit, she looked like a monkey to me. And after she said that shit, her ass was canceled. I still fuck with Roseanne, though. Roseanne a Jew, too. I fucked up this Sprite. I had me a Sprite this morning. I drank that shit so fast, and I didn't even feel hydrated. That's how hungover I was. But yeah, that's that on that. I thought it was funny. Like, I don't be getting uptight about like racial things. Some shit is funny. Like, I don't know, it's just funny to me. Like, cause it's like, especially like black and white relation. It's just like we busy beefing with each other, and there's probably like Asian people that are just gonna wipe us both out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, like there's always a group of people that just despise each other, and it's tribalism. It's normal to me. I don't know, but at a certain point, like, I believe as a nation we have to work together, um, to defeat a common enemy, and eventually I think as a planet, because since we have alien invasions and shit, I believe it. I believe it's fucking aliens. We're gonna have to work as a planet. Like, we're gonna have to work together as human beings. Fucking like Earth beings. We're gonna have to work against like a common enemy, and I really hope it's not fucking aliens. I really hope not. Like, that's honestly my biggest fear. Like, the way they describe the motherfuckers, I don't know. But then the only thing I'm skeptical about that Las Vegas fucking alien thing was the boy who came on to tell his story. Like, he already had an outfit on that was just like Area 51. Like, his whole outfit was just alien inspired. I'm just like, bitch, you hit some bad fucking weed. Like, you out there in the desert and shit. I mean, like, forgive me, Lord, but you out there in the desert, them niggas do amphetamines and shit. That's where Walter White live at. You smoking that blue moon rock, man. Like, I don't know, but I kind of believe it, though. The only thing I say why I believe is that damn perfect circle. But my thing is, like, there's gotta be a way to make a crop circle. Like, there's gotta be a way. But it's just like, how? And then, like, people say there's so many, like, you can't make a crop circle. Like, you just can't. Like, and I'm, like, do y'all know what I mean by a crop fucking circle? Like, nigga, that's like me leaving a car in the middle of nowhere, but you don't see no tire marks. Like, there's no evidence that I actually drove the car to that location. The car just pops up there. And then for it to be a perfect circle, hell no. Niggas can't draw no fucking perfect circle. Ain't no way. You go ahead and draw a circle. It's gonna be an oval. So it's just like, how? So, but I don't know. Like, I think it's aliens. I think it's aliens. The only thing, like, I'm skeptical, but the only thing that made me be like, I don't think this shit is real, was like how that boy had that whole outfit on. So you telling me if you see some aliens in your backyard, Lord forgive and Lord forbid, you see some tall ass motherfuckers like that with big old eyes, 10 feet tall, he say, and then you gonna rock an outfit with them niggas on it and it scared the hell out of you, bitch. That's like you wearing shit with demons on it and some shit, and then you mad that a demon come out the TV or some shit. Like, bitch, you rocking that shit. You brought that shit on you. And then there's people who actually try to communicate with aliens and shit. Like, them niggas be standing out there in the middle of the fucking night and just waiting for these damn what do you call them? Flying saucers to like come down. Bitch, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, are you trying to get fucked by the alien? Like, what you like? You know you're gonna get probed up, or you're gonna get experimented on. So what the hell you contact them niggas for? You can't even speak the same fucking language. Like, the aliens probably don't even communicate with their mouths. They probably don't even have mouths. And why the fuck would you want to find out? Because if something has a mouth, it got a booty hole. So it's gonna eat you. That's all I'm thinking. If it got a mouth, it got a shit, okay? But I mean, wouldn't it be something if aliens didn't have to do that? Like, I don't know. I don't even want to know how they work. I'm sure people in Area 51, they already dissected the aliens up. Like, You can't even fucking go in Area 51, nigga. But I'm sure like there's some like shit out there like classified information that we'll never ever 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 know about. And if we ever do get to a point where we dissect the alien, it would have to be with the alien's permission, and I doubt like that would cause intergalactic issues. Like, could you imagine that? Like, aliens dissecting one of us and we wouldn't say nothing about it? Like, yo, like you violated an intergalactic treaty. And I was thinking, because I was watching like Danny Brown show while I was listening to it earlier. I think with Danny Wolf in it. I think that was his name, the guest. And then he was saying some shit like, could you imagine aliens coming down and fucking your bitch? And then I was just thinking like, I mean, it was funny, but you could really start a war like that. Like, I thought about Helen of Troy from, like, I think this was Greece back in the day. And they said the bitch, her face that launched 1,000 ships or some shit, because she was so bad. Niggas all over the world was just like, nah, this shit, she bad. Like, you want to go to war over this bitch? Now, could you imagine? We might have a leader. Like, we might have a president one day, and his first lady get fucked by an alien ass nigga. And he's just like, you know what? We gonna declare war on this whole fucking planet. Bitch, is that what Star Wars is about? And then it's like so crazy how we're getting to the point of Star Wars and like Star Trek. And then we actually have a Space Force. Like, listen to that. Like, what are the fucking odds? You know, like Trump gets in. He launches the fucking, what does he call it? The Star Force? Space Force? Whatever the fuck. Next thing you know, COVID drop. And they say every time like aliens are around, there's a disease that pops up. Just like in the Renaissance period, like you see paintings. I always talk about this fucking shit. But you'll see paintings with aliens in the back. Like you see a little flying saucer or some shit like that. And then like all of a sudden like the Black Plague would happen or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we get AI technology. Like, I'm sure AI's been out, but like the way AI's been out now, like they've been, like I'm pretty sure the government knows about technology and they have the technology before we even know what the fuck they're talking about. Like shit, cell phones was probably like government top secret fucking technology, and then now everybody got it, or like GPS, whatever the fuck. So let's go back to the timeline. Trump gets in. Space Force. COVID happens. Shit. Now we're hearing about aliens and shit. I don't know. Shit. It just don't sound. And then we got AI now. It just made me think. And my thing is just like, is AI the alien technology or like what is it? But I got a feeling that once AI starts like getting sentient, like if like your computer gets its own personality, like bitch, you've been playing this game for too fucking long. Like, could you imagine your PlayStation saying that shit? Like, bitch, you've been on here too long, I'm turning off. Bitch, you be mad as hell. And then you try to find a way to override that shit. Next thing you know, PlayStation fucking take out a knife on your ass or something, shock you with the controller, blow a fuse to your TV, so you really not playing. Could you imagine that? Then our only friend would be water. And then, you know, we have a water crisis. You know, that's what the fuck got me worried the most. But it's just like, how the fuck do you have a water crisis and the world is like 75% water? Clean this shit up. Like, that's my thing. Clean it up. Like, how do you have a water crisis, man? Clean it up. Pour it out. I don't know. But I really hope this don't become a thing. And that's just crazy. Like, I remember back in the day, they were saying shit about water wars or whatever. And I'm just like, damn, niggas going to war over water. They said that shit might happen in 100 years. Now, they said that back in like 2003. They said it's around the same time about the climate change shit. Now, I don't know, like, the world is big as hell, but at the same time, like, there are catastrophic events. Lord, I hope it don't happen. That can change everything. Like, one chilling sound I've heard was Krakatoa, whatever the fuck. And you can remember that as, like, Squidward, and he was dressed as a volcano, and he goes, like, Krakatoa. But it was a volcano, super volcano that blew up in the early 1900s, I think. But when it blew up, everybody around the world heard it at one time. Like, it really was the sound that traveled the earth. Like, the sound heard around the world, basically. So it'll be like, it sound like a gunshot in your fucking ear. Or from a distance, but like really close. But it was pretty fucking loud. Like, the shit was recorded. Like, look it up. So it's just like, damn. Like, I think they said that was, I think that's the one that caused like a mini ice age or some shit. I think. But it's just like, what the fuck do you do? Like, could you imagine just like grilling this summer? God forbid. And I really hope it don't happen. And then like a super volcano just pop the fuck off. And you know when you have like shit like that, you get that mini ice age because the fucking clouds are blocking the sun. Then you lose all this fucking vegetation. People starve. It's pretty much a nuclear winter. But honestly, like, that's scary as hell. I don't know, like, I don't know what the fuck I would do. Like, we're always worried about, like, usually we're worried about, like, nuclear, war and shit. And it's like, man, if a plate shifts and a volcano fucking goes off, like, we're dead. There's nothing you can do about that. Where are you gonna go? I think the only place that would be safe would be Australia because it's like in the southern hemisphere. But other than that, that shit travels. It's a sphere, they say. Now that I bring up that it's a fucking sphere, I'm thinking like, you know, at this point, how do I know the Earth ain't flat? Like, how the fuck do I know? You know? Like, what the fuck even is outer space? We're just a ball floating out there? It's just a crazy thought. Gravity is crazy. Physics is crazy. It makes sense, but it don't make no sense. Like, what the fuck is space? Like, what are the odds that, like, I'm sitting here talking to you through millions and trillions and billions and trillions and millions of years of evolution, and I'm just sitting here talking to you right now? I don't know. There might be a God out there, man. It's gotta be something out there to make that shit happen. Are you telling me every other planet is just fucked up and unlivable and this one is just perfect? Perfect enough to just have life on it? Like, that's why I say we can't be the only people out here. There has to be like a planet that's just a distance away from a star like our sun. You know, perfect moon or moons. You know, water. Shit, like, and I don't even want to think about it. Like, it gives me anxiety. Cause it's just like, like, that's scary as hell. Like, I feel like at this point, aliens are scarier than fucking demons or something, like ghosts or something like that. Like, I mean, like, could you just imagine, like, what the fuck is that? Cause the way the guy described it from the Las Vegas thing, it was just like, it was like he was describing Slender Man, and I was just like, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. I don't know, man. Life is real strange. Now it's all quiet and shit. Like, it's eerily quiet now. Because I'm just thinking, like, okay, what if there's, like, an alien outside my window? Like, the fuck? Like, what I'm supposed to do? What I'm supposed to say? What? Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you want? Water, nigga? But wouldn't it be crazy if they did come here for the oceans or something like that? I feel like that's because like if you think about the other planets, like they don't have water on it, and it's like, are these niggas just going to planet and just taking like resources off of it, and then they have to come back? Ain't that a movie? Ain't that's a movie, ain't it? Something like they go to different planets and then they grab up the materials and they just leave. I don't know why I'm thinking about the Silver Surfer right now. That's so weird. And then they had like some guy, I forgot his name, the Planet Destroyer in the comic book. Like, damn. And then I'm thinking about Thanos. Like, what the fuck? Or is it Thanos? Thanos, whatever fuck. There's probably like a head boon ace coon fucking alien out there. And he just like, yo, like, I see this planet on the map. We're going out there on this such and such date, and we're gonna take everything. We're gonna take the people for slaves. We're gonna take the water. We're gonna take the rocks. God damn it. We're gonna shit. They're gonna take the dirt, and nobody ever thinks about the value of the dirt. Like, I think dirt is fucking valuable, but dirt is fucking valuable. It takes like years and years to make dirt. Dirt's the only thing I think that seeds can grow like for real and like remain, you know, able to keep reproducing to make produce and shit like that. Take the dirt away. What the fuck do you have? Like dirt and water. Like earth is very valuable. So it's like we need to beef up our fucking space force at this time. I think we need to boost that shit up. Like after, if I was the president and I heard that Area 51 story, honestly, Mr. Joe Biden, I would just like, I would like, since we keep sending money over there, Ukraine and Russia, well, whatever the fuck is going on, allegedly, you need to set a little bit aside to boost up that damn space force. And I told y'all, like, I've been on the highway and I've been seeing like a lot of military. So I don't know what the fuck is about to pop off, but you need to be worried about what's in the skies. I mean, not only on land in our own planet, but shit, you never know. We need to be having like a dome that goes around the earth. And like it'll protect us from like asteroids or like any invaders or something like that. Like shit. Israel got it. We need something like they got, that damn dome or whatever the hell. That's what we need. Cause shit about to be real. But then it's like, I don't know. I'm thinking about like, now I'm really into sci-fi now. So it's just like, okay, well, let's say we do have a dome or whatever. Like, could you imagine like an alien spaceship? And I'm really hoping nothing happens, but like flying over the earth, and then you see like a giant shadow, and then like this hole just opens up in the saucer, and it's just sucking everything up. No homo. But it's just like taking shit. Like, you know when you see a tornado and it just rip through shit? But this time it's just pulling everything up like a vacuum. Like water, dirt, trees, fucking power lines, people, cars, concrete on the highway. Everything just gets sucked up. What the fuck? Now that's the rapture right there. If that's where that rapture shit come from, now that shit makes sense. And then I was just thinking like maybe the rapture was just like a metaphor. Most of the Bible's a metaphor. I don't think the rapture in the Bible though. I don't think. Got me thinking now. But then like what they said, 144,000 niggas gonna be left here, some shit like that. But who the fuck wanna be here? Like, when that shit happens, like, oh my god, now that is creepy though. That's a little bit creepier than aliens though. And then like segue, we're talking about, okay, aliens fucking humans, right? There were giants back then, and they said giants, like, they came about, or demigods or whatever, came about from like what was it? Angels, fucking humans and shit. And it's like I don't really want to talk about like I'm getting creeped the fuck out, but it makes sense. Like what if aliens are angels? They're coming from the sky. They have some kind of technology that can make them fly. Like, bruh. So then, is the Bible just a sci-fi novel? Like, that's what's blowing my mind here. And then if you think about God as a scientist or some shit like that, right? Like, we're all made in a lab. What if Eden is a lab? What? But I don't want to think about it because it's just like I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to the truth, and that I mean it may or may not be the truth, but I'm getting so close. Like every time I start digging, like I start getting like nervous, and then I just forget about it. But I don't know if that's because of like you ever play The Sims and like you do something the Sim don't like, or you tell the Sim to do something, and then they'll look at the screen like it's called breaking the third wall, like. What if thinking about God and shit, that's like a way of breaking the third wall? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then to distract me from doing that, like, you know, God just puts situations in my life so I don't think about, like, the truth. Because then it's just like, then what? Like, that's just like the Truman Show. If you've seen that with Jim Carrey, or like, for example, like let's say you walked out your house to go to work or go check the mailbox, and then you look up, and then like there's a face looking down at you, but it's just like one of those faces like where you're putting a puzzle together, like you know that look like or like the sky opens up and it's just black, and then it's just like God changing the light bulb, which is the sun. Some shit. The moon is a nightlight. Who the fuck knows? What the fuck am I even talking about? But that's just a thought. I really need to go check the comments now. I'm getting tired. I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. Take being to work at 5. And then I gotta head the fuck out. It's just another day, another dollar. Make the bitches holla. Getting that guala, the squala. Let me see something. I guess I talked too much. What the hell? Did you to my YouTube channel? Yeah, I already told you that. I heard baby foreskins make amazing face cream from Kim Kardashian. She also put period blood on her face. But I mean, there's stem cells and shit like that. Like, rare play some games. But what do you call it? Stem cell research? Like, shit. They don't want us to use stem cells and shit here, especially in America. Like, they act like it's like illegal to like do stem cell therapy or some shit, or they make it impossibly fucking hard to get stem cells and shit. So I don't know, y'all. And then every time somebody gets stem cell therapy, they whatever, they remarkably get better. Just like what's another thing? Oh, like placentas. Placentas have stem cells in it. And people eat their placenta after they give birth to a baby. And that sounds really gross, but there's like so many nutrients and stuff in there because it's, you know, it's to support a baby. And then it's just like they take the placenta after you give birth. So what the fuck are they doing with that? That's what I want to know. And I think it should be illegal for them to sell like what they call medical waste. And then I'm thinking like, I don't know, like it reminds me kind of like McDonald's, and like they said, well, do you want a McFlurry? And I'm just like, I mean, is it free? And they was like, yeah, somebody didn't want it. They just drove off or something like that, or couldn't afford it. And I'm just like, sure. So it's just like, I mean, you gotta inquire about this shit. Like, another man's trash is another man's treasure. And I guess that's all I gotta say about that. I guess I talked you guys to death. But anyways, what the fuck? Let me see. Oh my god. Alright, anyways, I'm out. I see you tomorrow. Probably about 9 o'clock, same time. Before I go to bed, 9, 10 o'clock. Hopefully 8 if I can get into bed, but I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. I need to play some games and record that. But it is what it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's your favorite rabbit, Zayna Bunny. This has been a Note to Self podcast for June 27th, 2023. And today is a Tuesday, 10:23 p.m. Signing off. Doo doo.